to have you guys from here this way. Okay, so look at how rough I look, you guys. Let me fix something real quick. Hi guys, I came on and I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, or in this, and I was like, oh my God, I look rough. I need a little color. Okay guys, it's gonna be a quick one. I'm making my puree because today I'm gonna do a live with you guys. We're doing the pumpkin roll, but I am gonna use an actual pumpkin. I'm using it for you guys. I'm gonna do the puree and we're gonna do it with y'all. That's the plan. Joe, did you bring parchment papers at all? Yeah. Are those what were folded? Yeah. Stop it, really. I love you. Okay, good boy. Okay, so let's go. We're gonna do a pumpkin. I'm just gonna show you, I mean, it's gonna be the quickest live that we are probably doing because I'm just gonna show you how to do this. Because I'm gonna make a pumpkin roll with you guys and I wanna show you guys how to actually do the, from beginning, like you can use it. It's like $2.49 where our store is, or like $2.79 for the pumpkin. Wow, this thing is no joke. It's like $2.69 or something from our store, and this was $1.79. And you know that Mitten is not about that life. Why am I gonna pay a little bit more? I won't pay a little bit more. I didn't have this much trouble. I think because it got wet and now it's trying to be difficult for me. Holy crap, you guys. All right, let's go. So this is basically your pumpkin. We're gonna do the pumpkin roll later on, probably about 5. Okay, guys? 4 or 5. All right. It's easier than it looks. Okay. It is a hard pumpkin though. I think it's because it's so small, but it is very hard. Okay. That's pretty much, you get the top off just to kind of give you an even base. But you do what you want. If you want to leave it on, go for it. And you don't have to do it in like quarters. You can do it in half, any way you want. I want mine done quicker because I was going to use it. So what I did, I was taking it for a dip. You guys, it's the same thing. It's not pumpkin pie. It's pumpkin puree. So yes, you can buy a can that says pumpkin puree. It's at my store, it's like $2.89. See what it looks like? Okay. To be honest with you, I think it tastes fresher, if that makes sense. It tasted fresh. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like when you open it out of the can, it looks almost like that color. Like, it's like a dark brown in a weird way. I don't know why. So I did it like this. It literally looks orange, vibrant. And that's a good way to describe it. It tastes vibrant. I use an ice cream scooper because I used a spoon, and like the spoon like this, it just is rounded. Obviously, so you don't hurt your mouth, but it's rounded. So a rounded edge isn't going to really cut through. I found that an ice cream scooper is a little bit more rougher on the edge, so that way it actually does like cut into the meat. See how quick that was? And you're really going to just pull them out. And you can cut them like I did I have a video, a short I did. And it kind of cuts the meat. So the hair is like that stringy stuff. You can take all that stringy stuff out. It's really easy, you guys. I swear to you, I am not about labor of love. That's not me. I mean, I don't mind if it's a good cake. I'm like, oh yeah. But I mean, the finished product of the pumpkin roll is worth the trouble of rolling it, laying it on cheesecloth, all that. I think it tastes good regular with a regular pumpkin puree. I think this tastes a smidgen fresher. The flavor of it's fresh. So that's why I'm doing it. Mainly to show some of you guys how to do it. Some people want to learn. I have a short, but the short really was kind of like cut. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Didn't really get descriptive. But the main thing I would say with you guys is see how this, your ice cream scoopers, you're just going to kind of keep going over it. Keep going over it, and it'll take the little hairs out. What I showed you in the video was just a cleaned out version. It doesn't get like that easy. You have to kind of scoop it around. And what I would do is suggest to you, if you're using it that day for a pie or a dip or whatever, do it earlier in the day. One, it has a chance to cool off, but two, if your recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup or 2 cups of pumpkin, or 1 cup per pie or whatever, you at least know beforehand how much this is making versus making this and you're ready to start baking your pie. What if you didn't get enough puree from this? See how much meat there is? So if you need a lot, you may need to pick up 2 pumpkins. And you don't need to put oil in it at all, okay? This is what it looks like. Honestly, that took about 6 minutes, 7 minutes. So you just get this. I can show you the cutting it in half. See where this is? Once you put your knife in it, it's a tougher, probably because it's small. So, and you just grab this and you pull it in there. You got to press down like it's a really frozen ice cream. That's the best way to describe it. But later on today, we're doing the pumpkin roll. I love the pumpkin roll because, I don't know, because it's so freaking good. It's worth it. I mean, it's stressful because you're like, oh, I don't even know how to describe it. You don't want your sponge cake to, crack. I don't know. There's a bunch of reasons why it's stressful. You don't want to overcook it. You don't want to undercook it because it'll be doughy if you undercook it. If you overcook it, it'll dry it out and then it'll crack. But once it's done and it looks like it's supposed to look, oh my God, it's worth it. So guys, we're going to come back later, whoever wants to do it. And when we are using it, you guys will know. Oh my gosh, I saw Mitten do it this morning. I don't even know what time it is. It's probably noon. So I hope you guys like this kitchen. It's a lot more lighter, right? You guys can actually see me. I don't know, maybe you guys could see good in the other one, but it's kind of cool in here. I mean, I got a lot of counter space. If we have to wash our hands, we don't have to take the top off our sink and rinse. And if you have a little bit that's tough, just get your knife and kind of scrape it like that. The bottom, it's sharp. Just kind of bring it a little bit like you're scraping your burnt toast off your bread. Like you put it at an angle, a little bit of edge. And then you bring it along the back. You're going to go up here. See a little bit of meat right there? It doesn't hurt it if you put oil. Let me say that. You don't need to, but it doesn't hurt it. So you do what you feel best. It doesn't dry it out or nothing like that. The last one I made, I didn't put any oil and it turned out fine. I made one with it and it turned out exactly the same way. Okay, that's it, guys. And I'm gonna put them, I have my oven set to 300, and I'm gonna put it for about 30 minutes, maybe 45. So I am going to put them on. Let me get a cookie sheet, you guys. And honestly, oh, I literally got this so I could scrape it in there. And what did I do, you guys? Well, no sense in crying about it now. But it roughly took about 10 minutes to get. And then you're gonna bake it for the next hour. So you can finish doing your laundry, you can finish doing watching your movie. You know what I mean? It's not like it's gonna be like, oh, I didn't want to start baking this morning, or you're gonna just leave it next. You know, when it's done, I would honestly set a timer so you don't forget about it. Set the timer for 45 minutes and you'll see it all deflated. Like it'll look like this. Look all squished down. And then it'll be dark, dark brown, like almost a burnt orange. Get it? It does look like that though. It goes into the darkest shade of brown. And that's when you know it's done. You don't have to take the top off. I did because it's easier for me to handle than having it on. I'm not keeping my seeds this time because I really want to just, I don't know. Right now I want to bake. I don't want to spend time on making seeds. I want to bake with you guys. I want to do the pumpkin roll, and I don't want to let them sit. I mean, I guess I could. I don't know. Maybe I'll... Welcome in, guys. Sorry, anybody coming in. I know that... Hi, Rachel. I hope you're doing good. Look we're doing pumpkins because we're making the pumpkin roll later on today. So in order to use the pumpkin roll, then we're going to use... In order to use pumpkin puree, we need to use the pumpkin, oh shit, you know what I mean. In order to do the pumpkin roll with fresh puree, we have to cut the pumpkin and prep it right now, so that way it's getting done. And then in about, I want to cool it off, so that's why I want to wait about 3 hours, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to do the pumpkin roll. Do you think we put it somewhere?
I'm looking.
I'm saying, do you think it's still in here?
Oh, that could be.
Oh, wait, no. Let me just put it on a cookie sheet for now, and then I'll say adios to my familia. Oh, man. You guys, in our old house, our stove, oh my. You're on the chat. You're on my Apple Pay. This is what, oh, thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
In order to put it in there, we had to bend this to stick into the oven because it didn't fit. And now we can actually stick it in the oven. All right, I'm putting it on parchment paper, you guys. There's not a right or wrong. You can, if you have, I want to say, I've heard that foil cooks your stuff unevenly because the elements in the foil going through the pan, it cooks it different. Not just higher, but it actually cooks it different. So you do you if you want to use foil. Otherwise, I definitely would put something down because it's gonna burn onto your plate, your pan. All right, I'm gonna cook this one. I might open them both so they can go quicker. Wash the outside before you start. Once you have them cleaned, then just cut them. Oh my word, hold on. I I got like little straggling hairs. But look at how nice they are, you guys. Isn't it cute? Well, baby, what do you need? Oh, did you find them? The Dallas ones? And I'm going to aim them face down like this. Okay? You can put oil in them if you want. But you can do whatever you want. I'm aiming them down. They turned out really good for me when I aimed them down, so that's what I'm going to do again. Yeah, I don't have any rhyme or reason with the directions I'm putting them in. I have it at 300, and then I'm going to bake them for about 45 minutes, okay? And then when I'm done, I'm going to put it in my puree. It still works if you don't have a puree or anything like that. All you have to do is put it in a bowl and mash it with your potato masher, okay? You don't have to have a Ninja or a blender or anything. You can just emulsify, and honestly, when it gets done, hey, Milltown. Hi, sweets. I didn't even know you were here, babe. Thank you, William. I appreciate that. I know it sounds weird for some people, but I really feel like you guys are a part of my, I know you guys are in the phone, but I feel like you guys are my friends. And so, like, when I let my friends know, hey, you guys, we're moving, that's what I feel like with you. Like, does that make sense? Like, if I were to call, obviously my mom's a little different, but girlfriends of mine, I'm like, hey, we got a new place. We're not traveling anymore. We're just going to stay put now. Like, that's why it feels like, I don't know, like you guys are part of my friends, my family friends. That I'm like, you guys, look at our house. And I mean, I'm not by any means. Yes, it is tonight. That's why we're going over to in town. We're not going to do the live later because we're going to go in town and we're going to see our grandson dressed up in his costume. Like, that's the stuff that for me, like, how do you take a plane home and go to your grandson's trick-or-treating? You know what I mean? But if you're in local, you can go and see your grandson dressed up for Halloween. So that's the little stuff that, for me, it's big because our family's very, very tight. I don't even know how to describe it. Like when I say my son calls 3 or 4 times a day, my daughter calls 4 or 5 times a day. My mom, my brother, all of us call each other all the time. He's going to be Mario Brothers guy thing. So it's exciting, you guys. It was kind of and I'm not gonna, and I don't mean this in any disrespect to any cultures, but it was a culture shock for Joe because he's like, oh my God, it's like you guys talk all the time. You guys call all the time. You guys are always with each other all the time. But you guys got to remember, I lost my dad and I lost my brother. Like my dad he was sick for 3 months and then he passed. My brother, we said bye to him. The next day we found him. He had a stroke or he had a problem with his heart. So for us, our time is very like precious. We don't want to miss things with each other. We value each other, talking to each other and appreciating each other and I don't know. But Joe's very, very understanding that even though our cultures were different, he was like, yeah, that's not how we are. We talk once every couple months. If we call each other, we can talk, but, there's no need to like call all the time and, fill you in on my day and what's your day and what are you going to do? And that's what we do at our house. We go, what are you doing today? And what's going on? And blah, 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 blah. And that's why my family comes into the lives. It's just very much, I don't know. I like it. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go and check out my queen bees on right now. So I'm going to go watch her. I wanted to get these in the oven. I'll be back cooking a pumpkin roll. Okay, this is what we're going to do, you guys. Watch. I bought this for you guys. It's called cheesecloth. I'm not sure how I use it yet, but I lay it out. I put powdered sugar down, and I'm going to put my cake on it, and then I'm going to roll it up, And then once it's rolled up, I'm going to stick it in the fridge. That's how I do it. And then I let it cool off for about an hour. And then I come back. And in that hour, I usually make my my buttercream frosting or cream cheese frosting. I make the cream cheese frosting. Then I unroll it. I spread it up in the middle. Then I move the cheesecloth and I roll it back up. Then I put powdered sugar on the top. And I cut a little slice. And I go, holy crap. That was fabulous. I mean, you feel so rewarded for that bite when it's done. Because it does take a little bit. Hey, Chloe Joe. Hello, my girly friend. Hey, KK. Chloe, thank you for coming in. We are doing the pumpkin roll in about 4 hours, 3 hours. Okay, just be advised. We're going to head into town to see my grandson. So we're going before then. That's why we're doing our live earlier. But in order to do my live earlier, I was telling everybody, if you ever are going to make something with a pumpkin puree, be certain to do your pumpkin earlier in the day so you know how much meat or puree the pumpkin makes. Does that make sense? If you do it right before you're going to bake, you may not make enough of the pumpkin puree with that one pumpkin. It may require 2 pumpkins. So you won't know that unless you do it. So that's my advice to everybody. Get your pumpkin done earlier in the day. It's going for 1 hour at 400 degrees. What do I have it at? Oh, I'm sorry, 350. 350 for about 45 minutes, okay? I love that you're being... Oh my gosh. So then we're gonna, you guys what? Then we're gonna I'm gonna let it cool off. And then, I mean, the recipe is probably about an 8-minute recipe. It's 2 ingredients you blend together, you add your puree, you get your flour ingredients, and you fold it in. That's it. It's that quick. It's a sponge cake. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but it's a really quick recipe that you bake it for about 12 minutes. I think it's only 12 minutes in the oven. Thank you, William. It's only 12 minutes in the oven. And then, I mean, you literally have to set the timer. And then, come here, girls. Once it goes in the oven for 12 minutes, then it's time to take it out. You flip it quick. You got to go quick once it comes out of the oven because you got to get it out of the pan, rolled up while it's still warm. That's the only part, like, that's what makes me nervous with you guys. I'm going to be doing that with you guys. Come here, girls. Can you come say hi? Come say hi, baby. Sissy girl. Baby, over here, baby. Baby, come over here. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Come here, baby. Okay, sit. Baby, sit. Baby, sit. She faces the other way, Joe, because she wants to go to you. Look over there, baby. Come here. Look. Papa. She wants to go with Joe. She loves Joe. All right, I love you guys. And Novi's just sleeping. She's a little lazy, but you guys look at, I finished the laundry after I got off with you guys. I washed 2 more loads. Joe wanted me to leave it for him. So fine, Joe gets to do it folded. I wash it. Fine, even trade-off. He just wanted me to stop working my hands so much last night. So she's shy. Grateful, stop. I'm going to get... She's like, she's lazy is what it is. Joe's like, hey, you guys, come and eat. And Nova's like this. She goes, picks her head up and then lays it back down. Yeah. Aw, thank you, guys. All the employees are dressing up as inside out emotions work. Oh, no doubt. I love that idea, though. That's a really cool idea. Milltown, what are your girls going to be? Barbie. Thank you, guys. You guys get the heck out of here. It's Saturday morning. I'm sure they have a great... Oh, you know what? We're by... they have places that are doing trunk or treat today. So go do that. I love you all. We'll see you guys, whoever comes back later.